I'd like to share with you guys a little story. So, after spending, I don't know how many years of my life, 6 or 7 of years of sussy hell in sus elementary school, I finally graduated after 6th grade. Yes, it was one of those schools where apparently 6th grade is not middle school grade, but rather elementary school grade. So yeah, I graduated. And now I had yet another thing to deal with, and that was sus intermediate school. Yes. Oops. Excuse me, I just farted there. That's a little sus. Anywho, so yeah, sus intermediate school. And yes, it was actually called sus intermediate school. I'm not even making that up. So, sus intermediate school. I'll admit it was marginally better than sus elementary school. The only thing that was better about it was the fact that the teachers actually teaching were humans, as opposed to robots that were built by Elon Musk. But everything else was more or less the same. Now, first of all, as always, I like to talk about the food. So much like sus elementary school, you had to eat the school meals, alright? That was not up for negotiation. You had to eat what they gave you. And anything that wasn't made by the school, anything that wasn't a school meal was contraband. Yes, that's right. Even stuff that was made by your mom, that's contraband. You can't eat that at lunch. You have to eat the school food. And unfortunately, that school food was literal human crap. Yes, it was human crap. That's the main ingredient. And so, I thought my hell had finally ended, but no. My hell had simply changed. I was not free. I was under new management. Sorry, I had to make that reference to make a bad joke. So yeah, the only things that changed were the fact that the teachers were actual humans, and you could actually bring your own devices instead of relying on the school computers. But everything else was the same. Bathrooms, also same thing. Sus. Much like sus elementary school, it was not uncommon to see a bunch of crap piling out of the toilet to the point where you just see a mountain. It was ridiculous. People even crapped in the freaking urinals. That's where you gotta take a pee, not where you gotta take a crap. And yet people did it. I don't know why they did it, but people, I don't know. I feel like people are getting dumber these days. I don't know. So yeah, people took craps in the urinals. People stole urinals. Like they would rip it off of the plumbing and everything, and you just see urinal, outline of a urinal, but not a urinal, and then a urinal. And people would also steal sinks or whatnot, or rip off doors, or throw soap dispensers into the urinals, or throw urinals into the toilet, or throw soap dispensers into the urinal, into the toilet. It was just filthy and disgusting and nasty. and it smelled bad. It was just bad. It was bad. And so, yes, it was just so bad. Like, people also, like I said before, people would wet toilet paper, wad it up into a ball, and then throw it onto like the ceiling. And you just see on the ceiling wads of toilet paper just stuck there. And I'm just like, oh God, no. Hell no. Nope. I am not taking a crap in here. I'm gonna hold it in until I get home. Yes, it sucked. But I will say, as I said before, teachers were actually humans, so they would answer your questions, and don't have to rely on the school's computers. You could bring your own. In fact, the school did not have any computers at all. They required you to bring a device, which is great for me, but if you were literally someone who didn't have a device, well, it sucked. And the Wi-Fi that you had to connect to, like all other school Wi-Fis, I'm sure your school has probably the same problems. The Wi-Fi is so bad. I tried to get in, but immediately there was an error that said, couldn't connect. Oh, no. I couldn't do anything because the Wi-Fi was slow. Slower than the United States Congress. The United States Congress. That's how slow it was. The Wi-Fi was sus, but everything else was relatively fine, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. What can I say more of? Yeah, the Wi-Fi was sus. The teachers, I'll admit, while they were human and while they did a good job, they were also sort of sussy. Because they would always come to class when everyone else was, in a bad mood. They'd be like, "Hi class, how's it going?" And they would smile like that. It was almost as if they were cosplaying as the Germa sus picture on the internet. You know those Among Us memes where you have the guy smiling like they would always make that face. Always. When talking. They never once changed their faces. I don't know why. They would always be like, "Can I help you with something? How's it going?" Can you stop making that face? I asked. And they're like, "No, I like making this face." And I'm just like, "It's sus. It's sus." And they're just like, "This is sus elementary school." Oh no, this is sus intermediate school. Everything is sus here.